Hello and thank you for tuning in to Pilot Savvy YouTube video. My name is Chris, owner of Pilot Savvy. This video was originally archived out of embarrassment, but I decided that it would be more beneficial to publish and address an issue that has caused a number of mishaps in real-world flying. During a simulated flight from the city of Colorado Springs Municipal Airport, that's KCOS, in Diamond DA50RG, I took off into some stormy and turbulent weather en route to Oshkosh area in preparation for a fly-in the next day. This will be a 700 nautical mile flight cruising at 11,500. With the autopilot on, I got pretty comfortable enough to step away from the flight sim, something I don't normally do. And I went in ahead and stretched my legs and grabbed a bite to eat. While away, I had my iPad, which has ForeFlight, synced with X-Plane 11. And I was able to check the progress. When I noticed the aircraft, the icon, was stationary and not moving. And so I went and took a look, and well, let's go to the video, and I'll kind of narrate as things are happening. Now, right now we're en route, and don't know the exact altitude here, but we've already cleared the airspace, and we're climbing up to 11,500 feet. And I've edited the video. It was quite lengthy, so I cut it down to where it'd be less time so that I wouldn't lose the audience. So enjoying the scenic route. Looks like I've cleared the storms, the stormy clouds that I was concerned about earlier. It was quite turbulent, and in some cases the autopilot actually disengaged on me. So now it looks like I'm clear of those, and you see the blue sky and with some clouds off in the distance, but it's quite an enjoyable flight. And this external view there is always nice. Here you can see we are coming up on some additional clouds, so I edited this so you would have normally been able to see them coming up in the distance. Now keep an eye open and on the instrument panel, and you're going to see the low fuel warning started to flash. Now I'm not there to see it, I'm actually chowing down, but that's the start of, well, there's other things. There's imbalance that's caused by the missed fuel management, but it's on autopilot, so if you're in a real plane, you're not going to notice. There we go, the light is flashing. And there goes the engine winding down. Now shortly you're going to hear a beep. That's going to be the autopilot disengaging because it's set for an altitude that it's not going to be able to maintain. And there goes the autopilot disengaging. So the engine is stopped because of fuel starvation in the left tank. What you're supposed to do is transfer fuel from the right tank to the left tank. The right tank is the auxiliary tank. I may have that mixed up, but definitely I'm looking at it as that. The right tank is the auxiliary, and the left tank is where fuel is being taken from to feed the engine. So in this case, I let the left tank run dry before transferring while I was feeding my face, and then I saw this happen. I'm bringing this up because in the Piper aircraft and some of the higher performance Cessnas, you don't have a both position. You only have a left and a right tank to choose from. So what I do as a reminder of myself on my flight planning, I switch my tank. I have it on one tank for startup, taxi, run up. Then I switch it to the other tank on takeoff and climb. Then I switch it en route. I switch it every 30 minutes, and that keeps it balanced. I had an occasion where I didn't do that, and on the return trip, it was a short trip from Montgomery to Carlsbad Airport, Palomar, in Southern California. And I noticed that as I was approaching Montgomery, it had a turning tendency in one direction. And that's because I didn't, on the return trip, after doing touch and goes, I didn't switch the tanks. And so I had an imbalanced fuel situation. Not critical, it didn't get to the critical point. But I didn't do that, and that's critical. Because I had it on the checklist, on the cross-country planning, I actually have it out there, written out. The same as when you're crossing checkpoints. I have fuel transfer listed in there. So here is I have a full tank, and that's why they tell you on the flight manuals to switch fuel tanks. If you have an engine failure like this, I was not realizing what was happening, so I wasn't able to do that in time. But you turn on your emergency boost pump, or your fuel boost pump, and electric fuel pump, and then you switch tanks, and then that starts the engine back up. So here we go, last few seconds of my flight and impact. So but coming up here, and there we go. Bit the dust on that one there. So this is the end result of not doing things correctly. Of course, a real plane, you're not gonna lay the seat back and start chowing down. You're gonna be right there in front. But hopefully this will I wanted to use this as a teaching moment.